Hello everyone, this is K.C. Koteshwaramma, Assistant Professor of EC Department from Institute of Aeronautical Engineering, Hyderabad. See, today we will discuss about conduction and convection currents. So before going to conduction and convection currents, first we will look into the classification of materials. Here if you go through the classification of materials, materials are classified in terms of their conductivity as conductors and non-conductors. This is general usage of here in terms of conductivity are based upon the conductivity. These are the general words we can call the materials, or if you want to call them technically, a conductor we can call as metal and non-conductor we can call as insulator. The other name for insulator is dielectric. A material with high conductivity is usually termed as metal, and here high conductivity in reference we can take this one as sigma. Here conductivity is represented with sigma. Here high conductivity is represented as sigma is greater than 1. And the examples of materials with high conductivity are, the examples for the metals are copper and aluminum. And next one is material with low conductivity. Material with low conductivity we can call as insulator, or in other words we can call that one as dielectric. And examples for dielectric here are glass and rubber. And we have one more material whose conductivity properties lies between this conductor and insulator. Such one we can call as semiconductor. Here from the name itself it may conduct semi or half. That means its conductivity properties lies between better conductor and less conductor. That conductor we can call as semiconductor. Example for semiconductor are silicon and germanium. This is about the classification of materials based upon the conductivity. So with this basic idea, next we can go for current terms, conduction and convection current terms. Here some of the materials are some of the good conductors at 0 Kelvin. They exhibit one more conductivity property. That conductivity property we can call as superconductivity property. So due to that reason, we can call those materials as superconductors. Examples for superconductors are lead and aluminum. At temperature equal to 0 Kelvin, sometimes conductors behaves like superconductors. The examples for those superconductors are lead and aluminum. And next, now we got an idea about the materials depends upon the conductivity property. So for good conductors, conductivity must be greater than 1. In reference, we are taking conductivity with reference to 1. If conductivity is greater than 1, then we can call that material as good conductor. And if it is less than 1, we are calling that material as insulator. And for some materials, if the conductivity is in between conductor and insulator, we are calling them as semiconductors. Now we can go through current term. Current is nothing but flow of charge only. See, now here we have two current terms, convection and conduction current terms. And here, if you observe the words conduction and convection currents, conduction current belongs to the current in conductors, or we can take conduction current as current in a better conductor. And similarly, we have one more current term which is convection current. Convection current is the current in insulators or other than conductor. Other than conductor materials are dielectric materials. See, now here first we will take convection current case. If we take current in general is charge per time, or the flow of charge we can take as current. Now here current through a given area is the electric charge, and here charge is represented with Q. The electric charge which is passing through the area per unit time. So current I is represented with equation 1. Here equation 1 gives the equation for current. Current is dq per dt. Here dq dt means we are taking only small portion of the charge within given small time, or differential charge and differential time. So thereby we will get small current only, and to get the total current we have to integrate that one. So The current equation here is charge per unit time, that also in differential terms are smaller current we are trying to take with the help of equation 1, that I current will be given as dq per dt. And now here, if change in current is represented with del I, this is the representation, change in current del I that flows through a planar surface. Here surface is represented with change in S. Surface represented with S, and now here it is a small surface area. That's why we are representing that one as change in S, del S. Then the current density will be given as, current density is represented with the letter J, and that will be given as current per unit area. In general, if you want to calculate any parameter density, then we have to take parameter per unit area. Here also the same thing. Here we are trying to calculate current density. Current density will be given as current per unit area. And now here current is smaller current, change in I or del I. Del I per a smaller area I am trying to take. Then J, current density, we can take as change in current per change in area, del I by del S. From that we can calculate change in current as J into change in area. By cross multiplying, we will get current, change in current, smaller current value, that is represented with equation 2. And then our final aim is we have to calculate the total current. That total current is obtained by integrating equation 2. That is given as equation 3 here. Then current E. To get total current I, we have to apply integration to this equation 2 on both sides. Then current I equal to integral J dot ds. This is about convection current. Convection current is generally current in insulators or current in dielectrics also. Right, now here to get current equation in terms of volume charge, I am taking a volume here. For this volume, this figure represents volume, and for this volume, surface area is change in S. I am taking a smaller surface area as change in S and differential length as change in L, and rho V here represents volume charge. Here I am taking this one as a filament, this volume, a differential volume as a filament, and for that filament, charge flow here is, here a charge density is given as rho V, and now here charge is moving with a velocity u. Now here current is moving in the direction of y, then u, we can take u as uy into a. Now u is a vector, velocity is a vector. Now that's why I am representing that one along a direction. Here direction is y direction. Then u is uy into a. Now as it is a vector parameter along y axis, I am taking that one. Here uy represents magnitude of charge in y direction and ay represents unit vector. Then current through the filament is, we know the relation for current in terms of charge as change in current, or current equal to charge per unit time. This current equal to charge per unit time, and this charge. Now which type of charge distribution we are taking? Volume charge distribution. So change in Q in terms of rho V. We know the relation between charge and volume charge density. Volume charge density is nothing but charge per unit volume, or here charge. Volume charge density rho V will be given as Q by volume. We all know that one. So now I am trying to write Q. Q as rho V into V, or here rho V into dV, because we are taking dQ in place of Q. dQ by dV. Rho V is dQ by dV if you take charge and volume in differential order or in smaller order. Then dQ will be given as rho V into dV. Now here, what do you mean by dV? dV is differential volume that I am trying to write as, now here for this given filament we know differential area and differential length. So that's why I am trying to write differential volume as the product of differential area and differential length. dV here I wrote as change in S. Differential area, this del S represent differential area into differential length. Differential length along y-axis, because here charge is moving along y-axis. This del y represents differential length along charge. And that has to be, we have to divide that one with time, change in time. So finally this is a rho V change in S, and we can take differential length to time ratio as length per unit time. We can replace with velocity. Velocity will be given as displacement per unit time or length per time. That simply I replaced change in y by change in t with uy. Here velocity of the charge in y direction. So then the current density at a given point through the normal area at that point. This change in I represents current value. Now from that we can calculate current density. So to calculate current density, what we have to do? Now here we are taking surface area case. To get density parameter, we have to take parameter per unit area. So then for which parameter we are trying to calculate density here? For current parameter. So that current density is represented with J, and now as current is moving in y direction, we can calculate current density also in the same direction. Then J current density is represented with the J letter, and that is along y axis. That's why we can represent current density along y axis as J suffix y, which is equal to current per unit area. Here our current is differential current, which is change in I, del I, and differential area here is change in S. So Jy will be given as current per unit area, and that is equal to, so from the before equation, if you take change in current per change in area, we can take as rho v into uy, right? The same thing here we do. Jy equals to rho v into uy. Or in general, here u and j may be along any direction. It may not be along y, but here for our example, we are taking it along y axis. Now in general, if you take the relation between current density and charge density and velocity, then J will be given as charge density into velocity. Our current density is the product of volume charge density and the velocity. Here in this case, we can take I current as convection current, and units for convection current are amperes, and then J is the next parameter is J, which is convection current density. So as it is density parameter, we have to take parameter per area. So here parameter is current, right? Current units are amperes divided by area is meter square. So then J, current density units are amperes per meter square. And this is about convection current. Convection current is all the current in dielectrics. And next one more current we have is conduction current. If you take conduction current, see from the name itself, this may be the current in conductors. So now in conductors, so to explain about this conduction current, first we will take a field, here electric field, which is applied. When an electric field E is applied, then there is a force, right? From Coulomb's law, we can take the relation between force and electric field as F equal to Q into E. So now here, we are taking force as Q into E. And now here, I am taking a case when electron whose mass is M is moving in an electric field E with an average drift velocity of U, then according to the Newton's law, then we can take F as M into A. We can replace LHS of this equation 1, force as mass into acceleration. And now acceleration is again replaced with velocity per unit time. Here U represents velocity and this is tau. Tau is time taken by the electron to move. Now that as we are replacing F with M into A and finally acceleration with velocity per unit time, this LHS has changed like M into U by tau. That must be equal to Q into E. Now here I am trying to get this U term, velocity term. From this by cross multiplying tau here, then U velocity U equals to Q E into tau by M. So now if you observe this equation, here U is nothing but drift velocity. This drift velocity is directly proportional to applied field. This drift velocity U is directly proportional to electric field E here. Okay, right. Now from this, finally we need charge density term. charge density term we can take as rho v into U. This equation we can take directly from convection current density. J here, equation J is rho v into U. So in this equation, as we know, rho v and U values, and as we can substitute them, we can get J value, current density term. So now in case of conduction current, what is U? This equation 2 is giving us U. U equals to Q into electric field E into tau by M. And similarly here rho v. Rho v is nothing but volume charge density. Now here I am assuming there are n number of electrons within the given volume and each electron is having a charge of Q. Then rho v will be given as charge of electron into number of electrons. Here rho v, so I wrote rho v as n into Q, where n is number of electrons within the given volume. Then volume charge density equal to number of electrons into charge, n into Q. Then J equals to, now here we have to substitute this rho v and U values. Now here from equation 3, I wrote rho v as n into Q, and from equation 2, we can take U as Q into electric field E into tau by M. Then now finally by substituting both the values rho v and U, the equation for J we got is tau n, where tau is the time taken by the charged particle to move within the given volume, and n is number of electrons, then Q is charge of the electron divided by M is mass of the electron into applied electric field. So this entire term tau into n into Q square by M, by substituting the units for all those parameters, it finally results in sigma, conductivity, whose units are mhos, or inverse of resistivity. So finally by substituting the units for tau, time, n into charge square divided by mass, kgs, then this entire product term we can replace with conductivity term, that conductivity is represented with sigma. So the final equation we got for current density in case of conduction current is J equals to sigma into E. So this J in equation 4 we can call as conduction current density. So the equation obtained for conduction current density is J equal to sigma into E. This equation we can call as point form of Ohm's law. Okay. So for any conduction current has to obey this point form of Ohm's law. So here I'll try to conclude convection and conduction currents. If you take convection current is the current in insulators or in dielectrics. Here insulators and dielectrics both are same, and conduction current is current in conductor. So for any conductor has to obey the point form of Ohm's law, or conduction current has to obey the point form of Ohm's law, which will be given as J equals to sigma into E. This is all about convection and conduction currents. The major difference between conduction and convection currents is we can take directly from their names. Conduction current is current in good conductor, and convection current is current in insulator or in dielectric. Okay, thank you, Ananda.
Like, share and subscribe. Hit the bell icon for more updates.